Fort Bend County, just outside Houston, cane fields ripple under the sun, and a lone set of brick dorms sits empty behind chain link. This is the Central Unit, the first Texas state prison ever shut down, and the last standing reminder of a brutal past most people never learned in school. In 1908, the state bought more than 5,000 acres of the old Imperial sugar plantation. 1 year later, Central Unit opened as Imperial State Prison Farm. Inmates, almost all black men swept up by Jim Crow laws, cut cane, ran the refinery, and laid track for the rail line that still slices through Sugarland today. It was convict leasing in everything but name. The state earned cash, local industry got cheap labor, and prisoners lived, and often died, in field shacks a stone's throw from the guards' cottages. Fast forward to World War II. Part of the farm even doubled as a German POW camp, holding enemy soldiers who watched chain gangs toil in the same fields. By the 1950s, Central was the hub of the Texas prison farm empire. Row crops, cattle, a cannery, and a slaughterhouse that packed 20 tons of beef a day. The name Central stuck because every other unit shipped its harvest here for processing. An agriculture machine run by inmates earning nothing. But suburbs kept creeping closer. By the 2000s, million-dollar subdivisions in the Sugarland Regional Airport boxed the prison in. Lawmakers finally asked the obvious question: why keep minimum security inmates on land worth far more than the crops they were planting? In 2011, Texas closed Central Unit, its first voluntary prison closure ever. End of story? Not quite. In 2018, construction crews breaking ground for a new school uncovered human bones. Then, dozens more. Archaeologists eventually exhumed 95 unmarked graves, all African American, buried during the farm's early convict leasing years, 1898 to 1911. Locals now call them the Sugarland 95. The discovery forced the city and state to confront the true cost of cheap sugar and free labor. Today, the dorms are shuttered. Cane fields have become master-planned neighborhoods, and a memorial garden is slated to honor the Sugarland 95. Yet questions linger. How many more graves lie beyond the survey flags? And how do you memorialize a place that fed on human lives for profit? Central Unit's story isn't just a chapter in prison history. It's a window into post-slavery America, where the plantation never really closed. It just swapped one set of chains for another. So when the evening sun drops and the cane fields turn gold, remember the men whose names never made the paperwork. Harvesters of sugar, bricklayers of a prison economy, and finally, the Sugarland 95, uncovered only because a bulldozer's blade cut too deep. Thanks for walking this stretch of forgotten ground with me. If you learned something new, share the story, because remembering is the first step toward making sure history doesn't fit us with fresh chains tomorrow.